Hey, good morning, good day to everybody. Just waiting for the streams to come live. Hope you're already having an awesome day. Cheers to you, those that are having breakfast. My usual morning shake that you guys all know I have every day. You know what? I have a confession to make. I have an addiction. Well, no, it's not the addictions that first come to mind uh, when we hear that word, right? But there's different forms of addictions, right? There's the major ones like gambling. Um, people have an addiction to stealing, to drugs. Mine is not any one of them, but mine is really just being, have an addiction of being fit, not to the extreme sense of it. I enjoy biking wherever I can, whenever I can, and I started adding running into that as well. So in between those two, they are really my rush. And I don't know if all of you know who Grant Cardone is. Well, he's a well-known entrepreneur. He's really a genius when it comes to business, and he's made his mark in real estate investing. And it was always like that. He actually suffered from a big drug addiction for I think almost 10 years, and it actually almost killed him. So his quote, addiction wasn't the problem. I was addicted to the wrong thing. Addiction wasn't the problem. I was addicted to the wrong thing. And so what are we addicted to? You know, is it helping us or is it taking away from us? He used drugs to disguise all the problems that he had in his life. And once he discovered what his passion was, he gathered all of it and gathered all of it and focused his energy and basically did a 180, did a turnaround, and his addiction to growth in business, his intuition grew, and he's amassed a huge real estate empire worth close to $4 billion, right? And you must first realize that any addiction, whether it's serving you, if it is, great, but if the addiction is not and is detrimental to you and yourself and others around you, you got to make sure that you can identify it and you solve it. You got to either find help, or if you can tackle it yourself, make the steps into doing that. And but what if you can harness that energy? What if you can harness that same intensity and redirect it? Think of how high you could reach, right? Think of the impact of society that you can have, and that's super, super powerful. So, do you have an addiction, right? Do you have an addiction to anything? And if it is it moving you forward, or is it pulling you back? Is it pulling you back? Um, but if you do have a natural talent, if you know that you're good at something, why not actually harness it, capitalize it, and use it to help others, right? Help others move forward as well. Like many kids today, my son's a gamer. He's a gamer. He's a great kid. He does a lot around the house, and he's helping the family. But otherwise, he could be glued to the computer for literally hours, for the whole day if we don't call him, right. So we don't mind him having fun. We don't mind him staying connected with his friends. It's when he gets too entranced in with this online world that he forgets his responsibilities. And we have to remind him. We have to remind him often. And we've had several chats with him, and it dawned on us that what, if he's good at this, and it's a good addiction. I mean, learning to it's not just playing games. There's other skills that develop, and his mind's developing as well. Um, if he's good at this, why don't just use it to help others? So he started slowly, researching how to play games, not just to play games, but other components of the online world. What does it, the program part of it? How do games develop, like the storyboarding, the writing? Then he started getting into looking into investing, which is kind of odd. He took an investing course when he was during. At the time he was at home a couple of years ago, he did an investing course, and then business and entrepreneurship. So he's kind of thinking of the gaming part of it, but also like the business side of it and how can that work. And so he's understanding that his addiction to gaming can be used in a much wider aspect as well. So he surprises me, he surprises my wife and I, and we're happy to see him deflecting this addiction and his energy to building some really, really valuable skills. So the question is, if you have an addiction, is it pushing you ahead or is it holding you back? you know having an addiction to eating healthier, that's good, right? Having an addiction to being a better spouse, to get fit, um, be addicted to being happier. That word addiction has a negative connotation to it, but it doesn't always have to, right? We can think of it as a positive sense as well. So if this helped you, if it did help you today, drop or tap that heart. And if it did, remember to share and follow on Instagram. You can follow me on YouTube under my name, Facebook, and on TikTok as well. So have an awesome, awesome day, and definitely be better, be bigger, and be that change that people are looking for. So have an awesome, awesome day, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.